Hello everyone, this is Sandy with Sandy's Crafty Creations, and this is, I would like to say it's day 2 of my December tutorial series, but it's been a few days and I must apologize for that. At the end of the year and the holidays, we had some unexpected company, surprise company from California for the last couple of days, so I couldn't do any videos, so I do apologize for that. So what I'm going to try to do, today is January the 1st, Happy New Year everyone. We don't go out and do anything on New Year's Eve, and so it's just a nice day at home here on New Year's Day. So I'm going to try to do a couple of videos and maybe get them both posted today so that you can get started on your 2016 journal planner. So I apologize for that, but I just couldn't do any videos while I had company and there was children, lots of noise. So yeah, we're going to start on this today. So what I did decide on the Royal Menagerie by Prima. This is the A4 paper pad, so that's what I ended up deciding to use. And I pre-cut my papers to alter this, and I'm going to show you real quick how I do this. I've got them stacked in order. So this is what I chose for the cover. Now I'm not wrapping this edge. Let me zoom out. And I don't wrap. I keep the black here because this is real sturdy and I don't want any cracking of pattern paper. So I cut this, I measure and cut so that I'm leaving this black section here. And so my ruler is, here it is. So I've cut this top one. It is 7 inches, so measure notebook, 7 wide by 9 3/4 tall, excuse me, 9 3/4 tall. And I chose this pretty pink with the rose. I love pink in crafting. I don't wear pink much, but I do like it in crafting. And I've decided you can use glue on this. It usually lays down pretty flat if you burnish it really well, but I think I'm going to use score tape on mine. So I'm going to show you the cover, how I put it on the inside cover, and how I get the cornered edges. And then I will show you what I'm going to pattern, and I will probably do that off camera just to save us some camera time so that these videos are not real slow to load up. So I'm going to make sure that I put the tape right along the cut edge of the paper because I don't want any edges peeling up. And if you use ATG gun, tape runner or ATG gun, I have found that sometimes that does peel up. So I'm going to show you a trick here. So you use your stickier score tape on the edges, okay? And then I'm going to use my ATG gun to save time and money. I'm going to use that in between. So I'm going to peel these off real quick. Okay, so we got the tape backing off. Then I'm just going to go ahead and put quite a bit of ATG gun tape adhesive on this piece, so I don't want any bubbling up on this front. So that should do it. Pay attention to your direction of your pattern on how you want this. This is the front of the book where it says composition book. And I want to make sure that my edges here are correct. And it's going to stick over that rounded corner. So that's okay. Now sometimes if I get this off here on this edge, see right there, she did. I'd rather have it sticking out a little bit. So this is the tricky part, getting it right, especially with the score tape. So right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I go ahead and burnish that well, even though it's tape. I want to make sure it sticks. And then I'm ready to put the other side down. So I cut this one, this pattern, and that's going to go there. So I'm going to stick it down the same way, and then I will show you how to do the corners. Both papers on. front of the book and the inside cover. And as you notice, we still have the square corners. So we're going to take my corner chomper. Should have already got that out. Here it is. And I think I want the 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to stick this in and repunch. So that gives me the rounded corners again. And I'm not trying to cut the papers to match, but rather I have made them the size that I want. So I'm rounding this right here. I'm sanding this because sometimes I have a little rough edge and I don't want to have that there. And then if you want to sand your edges to give it a distressed look, well, this would be a good time to go ahead and do that on your edges here. See how that gives you that sanded edge look? And it kind of takes away some of the sharpness of the paper. You don't want to cut yourself, so this kind of like breaks down those sharp edges to make it have a more finished look, in case you have any that are kind of sticking off the edge that you don't want. You didn't get it. So next we're going to add a pocket here. So I want to show you the pocket real quick, and then I will do show the other papers on camera, and then do those off camera, because they're all put down the same as this one. I'm going to do the back of the book. So I'm going to do the pocket here. Now I pre-cut this, and I cut my angle pocket first. So you just measure how high you want it. If you want it here, and then you just do an angle cut. And then I laid this. Normally I would attach it down when I cut the black, because I want it a little stronger. So I usually attach it down. So this time I held it and cut it so that I could show you. But you just cut an edge around it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down onto the black. And I'm using my ATG gun for that. So do I want to round my corners on both? And I might. So I'm going to round this real quick. It's got adhesive on it, but it should be okay. And then I'm going to round the base, the black cardstock. And I'm going with black because I have black here on the edge. And then I'm going to sandwich these together. Still on camera. It's kind of hard with this book in the way to make sure I'm still on camera. So I'm going to stick these down so it has an edging. There we go. Just like that. Now this is the pocket, the angle pocket. I like an angle pocket in there to kind of stick notes and things that I get, or letters or cards. And so this is going to go right there. Now, it is a pocket, so I need to make sure that I use adhesive where anything I stick in there doesn't stick. So you want to use glue for this attachment of this pocket, because once glue dries, it isn't sticky anymore. Tape or tape runner will remain sticky. If you stick a tag or a letter or something down in it, hits the sticky part, it will tear whatever you've inserted. So you don't want that to happen. So I'm putting this line of glue on the left edge around the little curved corner and around along the bottom edge. And I think I'm going to leave this side one open. I'll take this and we'll put this right here in the corner, and we'll attach it down. And that's how you make a flat pocket on the inside. Now, if you wanted a thicker pocket, you could have used some hinges, some cardstock hinges you could have made to make your pocket. But I wanted this one flat, so we're going to do that way. So now I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'm going to go ahead and pattern this back one. I cut it the same size as I did the front. I picked out, I'm going to use the same pink. I need to do a correction. What I did is I gave you the measurements of the two outside pieces. These are smaller, so these are correctly 7 wide by 9 3/4. But the papers for the inside are wider to cover this whole area, so they are 7 1/2 wide. You need a 1/2 inch more, and they're still the same length, the 9 3/4. So I've got these attached, and now I'm going to round the corners here with the 1/2 inch. Just the two outer corners here. Okay, and then we're going to sand that. Okay, I'm going to finish sanding this offline, and then I'll show you how to make a dividers for your book, and then I'll also show you how to insert some plastic inserts.